So I thought, well, I'll do a virtual cycle to the Falkland Islands. I gave myself the year to do it, but I actually finished last Wednesday, which was crazily Taff's birthday.
Get radio breakfast with Rich Smith.
Really looking forward to catching up with my next guest, Philip Strongman, who has done an amazing thing for a wonderful charity here in Oxfordshire, a wonderful supporter of Sobell House Hospice. Philip, good morning to you.
Hi, Rich. Good morning. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. Just paint the picture, because I've got all the information down here, but I want you to know, because you've done an amazing thing for a very dear friend of yours.
Yeah, so I lost Taff, a lifelong friend, last November, and I kind of wanted to pay a tribute to him, really. We were both in the Royal Air Force together for many years, and Taff spent his last few hours in Sobell House, and I kind of thought, how can I sort of pay tribute to my friend in a lifetime? And I thought, well, I'm a cyclist anyway. I've been a cyclist for 40 years, ex-racing cyclist, and I still do a lot of miles. And I thought, well, how can I sort of fuse together, the Royal Air Force, my love of cycling, my sort of love of Taff, and my tribute to Taff. And I thought, well, we didn't actually serve together in the Falklands at the same time, but it was a place we went together a few times with the RAF. And I thought, well, that's about 8,000 miles. 8,000 miles is doable. So I thought, well, I'll do a virtual cycle to the Falkland Islands. I gave myself the year to do it, but I actually finished last Wednesday, which was crazily Taff's birthday.
Oh,
and
wow.
That was not by any design at all. That was pure fate.
Wow. I mean, it's funny, isn't it? When you say that and the stars align, just like that. That is something incredible and special. So 8,000 miles. Okay, a seasoned cyclist. That is what we know. But 8,000 miles is a fair old way. Was it kind of done in sort of daily chunks, weekend chunks, monthly chunks? Was there a target to get to every month, or was it a breeze for you?
Yeah. If I'm honest, it was well within my capabilities, shall we say. I've averaged just under 25 miles a day, but when you take into account in February, I had a very bad back injury.
Oh my goodness!
So I was off the bike for a while. So actually in June, I did 1,100 miles in June to try and catch up some mileage. So June was a bit of a 40 mile a day experience, but it was a lovely month. So it was quite enjoyable.
Yeah, no, of course. And was the time taken when you were riding and you decided to do this thing in memory of a great friend? Was there times that you were kind of that you were reflecting and thinking about, and maybe all those incredible stories that you've got with him? Was that time to sort of think and to kind of sort of remember all those amazing stories?
Absolutely. Cycling's always been my sort of church, to be honest, and it always has been. That's where I do all my thinking. I'm semi-retired now, but when I've had stressful jobs in the past, that's when I do my really positive thinking and clearing my sort of brain of any stress. And so, yeah, and as you sort of just alluded to, I thought about Taff a lot while I've been doing it. And if I'm honest, there's been a few tears as well. Even while I've been out on the bike, there's been a few tears now and again.
I can well imagine. Because, yeah, it is an amazing and wonderful thing that you've done for a friend, and also, smashing your target for Sobell as well, who do such incredible work here in the county. That must be a wonderful feeling as well.
Yeah, Taff was only in Sobell House for one night actually, but as I say, it was something I wanted to do. Sobell House has been absolutely fantastic. They've been wonderful, particularly Nikki and Beth, who have been very supportive, sending emails and just giving me encouragement and support. I did Bike Oxford actually as well in June as part of my mileage. And I met Nikki from Sobell House on the day, and met some other supporters of Sobell House. It was a really lovely experience and a really lovely day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can vouch for them as well, that they are lovely. It wasn't just a one-off with you, Philip. No, they are incredible and amazing people. And you know, is this kind of you've reached your target now? Is there any aim to go a little bit further? I mean, the cycling is still a massive part of your life, from the sounds of things.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm guessing I'm going to make 9,000 miles by the end of the year now. Which, you know, will be great. I'm not stopping now. I'm still raising money. People are still making donations. I had another donation yesterday. We're over £5,000 now with gift aid.
Wow.
So,
wow.
When I started out, my target was £1,000, and we're over 5,000 now. So fantastic, and thank you to everybody who supported me as well, of course.
No, an amazing and wonderful thing. And for someone that spent a long time in the saddle, I need to know your secret. How do you not get a sore bum?
Well,
I genuinely want to know. There'll be a lot of people listening as well that would genuinely want to know.
Interestingly, you just get used to it. And I'll give you an example. Many, many years ago, and I'm talking about the Falkland Islands again, I went to the Falklands for 4 months. I came back, and I went out on my bike the first day back, and I did 30 mile or whatever, and I was fine. The next day, I literally couldn't sit on my bike. I had to take painkillers to go out on my bike. It was just so painful. But I guess because you do it every single day, you just literally get used to it. In fact, many years ago, I did a 12-hour time trial, and I did 221 miles in 12 hours.
Oh my goodness. Right.
And actually, do you know what? Even then, my bum wasn't sore. My hands were sore from gripping the handlebars all day. And I was mentally absolutely ruined, but the bum was fine. It's crazy, really. Just one of them things, over sort of 40 years, I've probably done, I don't know, 250,000 miles. And, you just get used to it, basically.
Just get used to it. Well, there you go. There's the advice that we're taking away from this morning. Philip, thanks so much for joining us. It's an amazing thing that you've done. And I know, the stars aligned with everything with Taff as well, finishing on his birthday with the amazing 8,000 miles. So he'll be certainly saluting you for that, I'm sure. Philip Strongman there. Thanks so much for joining me.
Thanks, Rich. Lovely to talk to you this morning.
That's brilliant stuff. Philip Strongman, buns of steel as well, which is great news there.